Good evening, everybody. Dirt dogs. Oh, long week. We're going to squeeze the show in. I did not go racing this weekend, but we're going to get Paul Ruland, Scott Snyder, and possibly Mike Edgerton from Dirt Devils on tonight. We'll check in with them and see how their Tri-State Oval Series went. I believe it was the finale of that series, and we'll see how everybody did. They moved the race indoors to another track. The weather was a little sketchy. As I said, I didn't go. I was on call, so I couldn't leave the area. So we'll have as much fun as we can, and I'll rely on those guys to relay the information and let us know how it went. So before we get into that, I'll run down the sponsors I like to spend my money on. Maybe not your sponsors, but I got to support somebody. Local tracks, Tar Car, Black Swamp, Finish Line, Sand Pit, Dirt Devils. Thank you very much again. As I say every week, it's great to go places and have fun. Tim Hammer for his videos. I don't think Tim went this weekend, so it's probably Mike Edgerton's videos. I think Dirt Devil does their own videos. So we'll throw him in there. I believe it is Mike Edgerton again that does those videos. So thanks, Mike. Bulldog Bodies, Simple Speed Shop, VRP Oils, SXT 3.0, Tire Compound, X-Ray Traxxas, Losi, Sprints, and NASCAR. We'll talk about the sprints a little bit tonight too. We're going wingless. Proline, Fly Sky, Tamiya, MIP, and Macklin. Those are it. That's where all my money goes. So stay with us. We'll get into it. We'll keep you posted. We've got some good discussions about the racing, the points. Got a lot of questions about the points. Upcoming events. I know Black Swamp's got a race this weekend. We'll ask Mike Edgerton if he shows up, if they've got anything going on this weekend up at Dirt Devils RC Speedway. And we'll have some fun in between. So stay tuned. Check out our major sponsor right there. What up?
And we're live.
What an opening. Where's your new hat?
Oh, I did not wear it tonight. I didn't want to upstage you.
You can't, because you can't spell America without Eric. Boom. That's gonna flex. That's a biggins flex right there.
You totally redeemed yourself.
Oh shoot! I was just watching.
You better put like a little Hulk Hogan, I am a real American, video. Yeah, there you go.
When someone says wrestling, if they don't know anything about wrestling, that's that thing that Hulk Hogan does.
Nobody wants to see my
supporting Rusty Schlenk.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
he wins a lot.
There you go.
Hey, let's get this out of the way right now, real quick. I'm sorry to hear about your favorite sprint driver retiring.
I saw that. So interesting story. My nephew plays on a team with a guy's son that is a very good friend of my dad's that they used to race together. And apparently this guy's son that my dad used to race with has quite a collection of Big Cat Brad Sweet, like actual parts off of his sprint car. I guess he's got like wing panels and fuel tanks and all sorts of stuff like in his basement. So
I'm gonna need.
Feeling he's going to be devastated.
Well, he should get rid of some of that so I can have some backdrops for the podcast.
Oh yeah, baby.
Especially if it's Napa. Napa know-how.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping one of these days I'll sneak over there. You'll probably meet him. We're trying to get him to get a Losi NASCAR so he can come to BG and race with us.
Okay, share a little bit of your weekend here while we're talking.
Right, baby. The bull ring.
While we're talking on.
Well, that looks like that's the outdoor track. You better show a little bit of that indoor track. We thought the outdoor track was Bristol, baby. That indoor track, man. It was pretty good.
Says 4 days ago. There it is. I was on the wrong one. I don't know how that happened. No,
was in much nicer condition than the outdoor track.
This is it. It switches over.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on
at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it might have been their opening. I looked once at trying to figure out how to get the audio to play when I share a screen, but
yeah, whatever you did just made a giant echo on your mic.
Really? You still hear it?
Went away, but for a couple seconds there was like a huge echo.
I clicked the hide button for sharing the screen. It might have just did a weird thing. What up, you hack?
Whoa!
I've been waiting all
the hack, Daddy.
It's pretty righteous when the hack can go to another house and take home third.
That's right. Well, welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome. Thank you. How are you tonight?
Good. Glad to be doing another Beyond the RC Grid episode. Even though I didn't get to race, I want to hear all about it. So we'll
You missed.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You did. It was a good time. All things considering, inside track, little bit of rain, all things. It was fun. It was fun. Friday night was fun.
Nice. Yeah, I'm on call technically right now. I mean, if the phone rings and the show ends because I have to go, it is what it is. But I couldn't go this weekend. Paul's on call this coming weekend, so he knows my pain.
Yeah. So, Eric, a unique feature of the indoor track being highlighted right now, I think all tracks should do this. If you look kind of at the bottom of the screen that you're sharing, you'll see these little yellow things. Those were like bristles, like off of a broom. And they did a really good job of cleaning the underside of your car when you drove over the top of them.
Oh, that's funny. What kind of noise did it make? Just a little thump thump?
Yeah, it didn't make much noise. I heard some people comment, and I was laughing a little bit because they were commenting how they liked this track because, well, you could get down low and it didn't spin your car out because there's not much of the pipe's not like a very high pipe. It sits really low. So you'll see on the video, there's a couple times where, I mean, people were just kind of like shortcutting the corner, whether they got the line wrong or whatever, and it didn't really upset the car.
Yeah. Huh.
I dig that. I mean, for me, I like it.
It was interesting. It was cool.
You do cut the corner a little bit, but I don't think anybody means to do that.
No, and I did notice during, I think it was the Traxxas / modified main, one of the guys I think did it, and he kind of knew like, I probably shouldn't have cut the corner that bad, so he did not make the pass. He gave the spot back to the person. So
what do you do? Cut like half the track?
Well, he cut the corner like big time cut the corner, like almost. So there's two big like wood 4x4s. Okay, that's the things that are in the center of the track. And then there's a little spot in between those that's kind of like a cut through, but he was kind of like up, like real close to the end of one of those wooden 4x4s. So that's a substantial cutting of the corner, but it was cool. It was interesting.
I got away with it a few times.
We even saw a car climb the wall.
Boy,
There was
Where's
one that
this-
went straight up the wall. It was like it was climbing the wall, but he didn't make it very far.
what kind of building was this in?
It was a nice building. I mean, I don't know what it was before it was an RC car track, but it was just like a standard commercial building.
How big
barn.
how wide lengthwise is probably the width of the building, right? When you were on the track racing the straightaways, that's probably the width of the building.
No, so at the bottom of your screen right now, okay, behind you, if you were standing there looking at the track, if you turned around, there was a giant area that was like the pit area. So that, and then if you're looking at the screen to the right, all along that wall was pits, and then all behind you was pits. So there was a lot of room in there.
How
I mean,
how big
it was a good sized building.
how many square feet do you think you need for a track like this? Or even a little bigger?
I don't know. I'd be curious. I'm sure if you asked Dwayne or his brother, they could probably tell you how many square feet that building is.
7,000. I don't know how many it is, but I'm thinking that you need 7,000 square feet of building to make a track and have some pit area. 7,000 square feet. That's
I mean, that's like a 30 by
that's-
40 pole building, right?
Yeah.
30 by 40. That's 1,200.
1,200. But I mean, I'm talking, you said pit area in the back and everything.
Yeah, I don't know how big they're building it. And when I say 7,000, I might be a little bit big.
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
You need at least 4 or 5,000 to have them.
I wish I could figure out something for dirt for winter indoors.
You would have been amazed though, Eric. The bathrooms were very nice at this track. They had running water, so
Yeah,
much
let's-
improvement from the outdoor track.
A
Well,
lot
that's
of guys
good.
go. A lot of guys go up there during the wintertime. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of guys. A lot of our guys, you know, the mod guys and some late model guys, they go up there over the wintertime. I went up there last year. I did enjoy it, but the more track time that you get on the track, obviously, the better you're gonna be. And I'm coming along, but it's
Yeah.
a process. It's a process from our track to there.
Yeah, it looks like no banking.
A degree, I guess I'll say a degree or two
Yeah.
to be nice.
I think it would be really cool. I mean, I watch all these other YouTube videos about people racing indoors, and it's obviously a lot easier to race outdoors because when you introduce a building to race in, that's a lot of money. But man, if I can find something, it'll probably be a few years. But man,
You see them cars on the track, and you see them going in a turn. So we don't have to tell you how big the track is, because I'm off the top of my head, I don't know. Now you ask Mike that, Mike's gonna know all them questions.
Yeah,
I think I
He's gonna
asked
know how
someone
big the building is. He's gonna know how big that track is. He's gonna know. Yeah, I don't know because I don't care that much.
believe
Let me-
they said this track is smaller than the outdoor track.
Oh, by ever.
what did we run outdoors up there? You guys ran 5.5-second laps with these cars.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. You'd have to bring it up on Live RC and see.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
What?
I'm just
I
wondering
think we're
what the
running like 5-second laps indoors here. Like
Street
can't
stocks are running 5. Nothing runs much different because the track is small. So nothing runs much different. That's all I was running on my street stock was 5 seconds. 5 1s,
Okay.
5 2s.
How would you guys feel about a dirt oval Darlington replica.
Sign me up.
Would you think, Scott, for setup, having two different turns would be too much of a problem?
2 different turns.
Yeah, Darlington's turns are different. Their oval's different.
It's too tough to tame.
Too tough to tame. One's a wide turn.
Right. And one's kind of not sharp, but
It's a more narrow turn. It's an oblong oval, I guess is the best way to say it, right, Paul?
Yeah, maybe you could make it like Pocono.
I've seen other ovals out there like that. They're out there.
Yeah, we'll see. We got lots of time to figure it out.
They're out there.
So, yeah, we'll see if Mike shows up. We'll ask him. We won't keep him long. We'll see how it flows, and we'll just ask him some questions. And, I don't know, maybe this winter I'll probably go up and race off-road at Sandpit before I go up there to race just because of time. But I've got off-road cars that aren't getting worked, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So
You should just sell those cars.
they're
Oval
so
only. Oval only.
They're so fun. I mean, if I sold all that stuff, I would definitely go all in on oval and buy some pretty nice things, but I put a lot of work into that, so I'm sure I'll dabble in both for a long time until we get a track.
It can't be that hard. Boy, if you was to talk to Donnie, he seems to think that it can happen, with nothing. I said, dude, you need a lot of guys that are willing to do this.
Yeah.
It ain't a one-man band.
You can't make any money doing it. The indoor track is going to be circumstantial. You're going to have to find somebody. I mean, ideally, it's somebody with space or a relative with space that's not using the back part of a building. I mean, that's because no one's giving up store frontage or valuable square footage for this. And we're sure as heck.
And you don't really want to be in the hood.
No, Paul's in the hood once in a while.
Not on purpose.
Yeah. So, well, what else happened? Scott, you went up Friday, right?
Yeah, certainly.
So you and
on the way up, we got the word that it was racing inside on the way up because we was going outdoor and we was going to just chill out there and wait on a verdict. But we got the verdict on the way up. So we just went right to the outdoor and set up camp in the corner, as you could see, and partied on. Ben showed up with his dad and a fella and a couple other guys showed up and we're in a tent. Yeah, it was a good time.
So how valuable is the practice from the night before?
It's invaluable. It means a lot. Especially on a track that's probably not going to change at all.
That's what I was just going to say. Indoors, I can see that making sense. Yeah, I mean, I
like going up Friday because you get to just bullshit and hang out.
Yeah, I was just telling Paul, though, it's so hard when you got work and a wife and kids and this and that.
I know it is. I was there.
Oh, boy. So no excitement other than practice on Friday. You stayed out of trouble.
No practice on Friday.
None. What's up with that?
Still being prepped.
Oh,
the only
really?
thing that went on there was I ran my late model to see if the transponder loop was working, and that was it. There was no practice.
So you just worked on your cars?
No, I didn't work on nothing. I ran the same car that I ran at finish line that I ran at our car.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. It was too fast to change anything. And maybe the only thing I would change is maybe spring adjustment.
Which way?
Harder.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a problem with traction rolling.
What tires did you run?
Bald ellipses from start to finish. My My time never changed, I don't believe, from round one to the mains.
So the track was real grippy.
Oh, yeah.
So Paul,
They were rolling the track. There were guys that were rolling the tracks as slash modifieds.
I was
Like
just
you
gonna
go
say,
into the corner and you cut it real hard, you could flip it over. So
did you take old tires with you?
no, I did not. I should have. My tires they were great all day. So I didn't have any complaints. The sprint car, when we first got there, the sprint car was definitely real loose, but the track came in very quickly and the sprint car, it turned around and started running really nice.
And it sounds like they really like the sprints up there now.
Yeah, one of the I think his name's Rich. I think he ran 4 or 5 different cars up there, so he had a good time running it. I think he won the Traxxas slash modifieds and the low C sprints.
That was Todd Vanderclay.
Oh, that's it. Todd. I'm sorry. Yes. Todd Vanderclay. Yeah. He had a bomber, a Traxxas slash modified, a low C sprint, and what was the other car he ran? Maybe a late model?
No. Mud Boss.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mud Boss. He was running with me and he was running with Scott.
Yeah, he's running 4 or 5 classes.
I don't know how you do it, man.
There's no time to do anything.
No.
It's not fun.
And if you have a car problem, you darn near pull a car out for the day.
And I had a buddy just tell me, that a lot of people are kicking around the idea that he's not interested no more. And I talked to him yesterday and just burned out. Burned out. Waste too many classes. Just burned out.
Well, 2 cars is really good for me. I could do 3 cars, especially if there's enough racers that I could skip a couple Marshall sessions, sneak out and, if there's 6 or 7 guys racing, if I could get away with not marshalling, but the pace
like here you can't. You got 4 marshals, and most of the time, generally, they was running in the heats 4 or 5 cars. That's it. Except for I think the modifieds probably had the most in it.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 cars is a good pace for me, especially as old as I'm getting. I'm now that I'm in my mid-30s, I'm starting to slow down a little bit. Paul, did that go right over your head?
Oh, no, I heard it. I just was waiting to see your face. Could you say that again for the camera when the camera's actually on you?
About what? Me being in my mid-30s?
Yeah, your nose is getting longer again. There's Pinocchio.
It is a big nose. How's that side profile? That's from all the lying. So yeah, man. Well, it sounds fun. I will let me find the
We had a good time.
Where'd they go? Right here. Let me find the mains and we'll talk about the mains real quick.
I don't think times have changed. I don't think they changed from the heats to the mains. I think they all stayed right around the same.
Thank you.
Oh, man, wait, what is that? You got like a water person? You got an assistant now?
Well,
they're out of their hair.
Let's see here. I don't know if this will be big enough or if I got to do the whole thing for you guys. I don't know what y'all ran, but Paul, this is the first race. It's the slash modified B main.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, you, Dennis, Ben, Donnie, Forrest, and John. So John, I don't know if I've met him. That is Ben's dad.
Yes.
Cool. He's cool.
There you go, Paul. You pulled out the B main win. Did you get any hardware for the B main win, or did they just kick you in the butt up to the
They got bumped up to the A main. They only locked in.
He had to hack his way to get there.
They locked in 4 guys for the A main, and then they had the B main and the top 2 transfer. They only ran 6 cars for the A main. So, yeah, that was a heck of a race. If you look at that chart there, shout out to Dennis, G, all he had to do was follow the leader, but he wanted to mix it up a little bit, and in the end, it ended up costing him, and Ben got around him.
Look at that, little over half a second. So yeah, right there on the last couple laps, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis G, if you're watching, take notes. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I've done that too. You get greedy, you do so. I mean, actually, it's gone both ways for me. I mean, most recently, I was doing that with, what was that? The Losi Sprint or the modified. I can't remember. And I was riding in second place, and the guy in front of me, I wasn't going to press it. I think he was a little faster than me, and he got into some trouble. And I ended up winning that race. What are you going to do? Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
You got to know when to hold them.
Yeah.
Go
No
with
one to
phone.
phone them. No one
That's
to walk
right.
away.
Street stock B main. Scott, I don't see your name, which means you possibly might have done well that in street stock.
Yeah, only 4 people made it to the A.
Splat. I met Splat, Dave, Tyler, and Ryan. I don't know if I know Ryan.
Ryan Harder. He's one of our local guys.
I might recognize him from when I went up there. I don't know. Splat and Dave won, so they bumped up. So, Scott, you saw them in the A main?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Mud Boss.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, we'll check that out in a minute. 35 Mud Boss A main. Let's see. Dwayne and Todd and Mike Van Houten were your top 3. Dwayne apparently can wheel some cars. Look at that. He took the lead early on and held it. 5-second lap was his fast lap.
That's
pretty impressive.
They're running a 13.5 motor also.
Pretty clean race once they all sorted out.
Right. I stayed right where I was in the bottom.
Let's see.
Them guys are fast.
I mean, you got up to third. You worked your way up to third.
Yeah, they had some chaos, and I got around, but they're all faster than me.
Oh, man, you had some problems. Now, what are you going to do?
Have fun.
That's right. Bomber A main, 2 cars. Josh and Todd. Josh Keys. So Josh led that from start to finish.
I was on the edge of my seat that whole main.
It was one of those races?
Yeah, they'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Well, short course modified. Nick and Frank Vollmer, Logan, Jim, and Tim. I'm going to say that there's at least one Vollmer at the top of this one. And there's 2.
Straight up gangsters.
That's right. Nick and Frank.
Yeah.
And then Logan took third. What's that, Scott?
Nick can wheel a car, I tell you.
And he had problems. He had problems with that car. He did not make one of there was only 2 qualifying heats, and he was not able to make one of them.
Really?
I didn't get in the mains.
Yeah, he broke.
Because his car was, his receiver or something is going bad.
Well, that's not good. So let's see. Logan was third. Jim and Tim round out your 4th and 5th place. And there was not one position change in this entire race. How is that possible?
You don't see that every day.
No.
It's pretty neat.
Short course late model A main. Tyler, Cody, Travis, and Ryan. Let's see here. Cody wins. Tyler takes second.
Tyler should have won.
What happened?
He got high in the corner. Guy got underneath him. He was running really good. Tyler wasn't. He just got a little bit high in the corner. That guy just waited patiently behind him. You can see he waited patiently, waited, and Tyler finally made a mistake.
Yeah, well, you'll have that.
You will.
Let's see. So Travis and Ryan were your 3rd and 4th place guys in the late model A main. Mod late model A main. Let's see. Nick Stoller, Frank Vollmer, Nick Vollmer, Dave and James. Nick Stoller.
His tire was on fire.
Sunshine for the win.
Yeah. Sunshine. His cars are fast, man. Let's see. Couple lead changes are a little bit in the beginning, then a couple more late, and then let's see. Nick and Frank swap positions there toward the end. So, little family feud going on there. / modified A main. Let's see. Todd, Dwayne, Jim, Corey, Paul, and Ben. Todd wins. Dwayne took second. Paul. Hey, who's that on my screen?
Oh, he hears you.
Say hi.
Hi.
That's Eric. Eric and Paul from the racetrack.
How's it going?
Good.
I didn't see you the last half of the year.
They missed you from racing.
Maybe next year.
Oh,
You gonna race next year, maybe?
maybe I'll race next year.
I think it's mandatory in your family. I'm just going to break the news to you now.
No.
Give Papa love you.
Love you, buddy.
Bye.
Love you. Want to take some of these home?
Future Nightcrawler racer right there.
You know, just some of the ones. You
Tell
can't
your
take
dad
them
I
all
said
home.
hi.
No, you can't take them all home.
Tell your dad I said hi.
I'm going to take some of them. Why can't I take all of them?
Where are we at? So Todd, Dwayne, and Paul were your top three. Ben, Corey, and Jim on the bottom. Paul, you were a lap behind first and second.
Oh yeah, there was. You look at the graph there. There was a little bit of carnage in that race, but I want to go watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. If you look at first and second, they were changing hands quite a bit. They were running like neck and neck the whole race.
Look,
Okay.
you took Colton. What do you got for me?
For what?
Let's go.
Food. I see food.
Show me candy. They say I never stop.
Oh yeah,
He got it in my
Reese's baby.
What?
He got it in my stash.
I did.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye. If I come to the oval race, I might see you.
You will. I'll see you first. So, Paul, let's see. Who did you pass? Ben? At the end?
I can't see on the graph. You'll have to
Yeah,
tell me.
it's Ben.
They was fighting the whole time.
Were you?
It was.
Excellent. Mod Sprint A main. Josh, Cody, and Nick. Let's see how Nick does in this one. He moved up a position. Looks like that must have been a tough go. Yeah, the guy, Josh, looks like Josh got out front. Let's see what kind of laps he was running. Holy Toledo, 4.2 seconds. That's a fast lap.
He was hauling the mail.
Look at that. Back-to-back 4.248. You don't see that very often, do you?
It's fast.
Tie in your fast lap? That's pretty impressive. I'll have to watch that video too. I did watch some. I scrolled through. I watched Scott's Street Stock A main. I believe it was the A main. And they were playing bumper cars with Scott's car. That was a good race.
Yeah, them two bump up guys were, oh boy, they were something else.
Man, you must have been.
Even James was a little bit loose in the mains.
Well, hey, here it is, the Street Stock. Let's see how you did. You took third. Mike and Ashton were first and second. Scott, you were third. James, Dave, and Splat were your bottom three. So let's see. Scott, you're red. Yeah, you had a couple exchanges there, but this graph is not indicative of the race that I watched because you got hit a lot and I was super impressed. You came almost every time you got hit, you came out pointing straight.
Right. Yes.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I kept thinking, oh God, he's going to be pissed. And then your car would be straight and you'd just keep going.
Yeah, Splat. I think he had some issues in the main, and he come over and he apologized. And I said, it's part of racing. He pulled his car. You know me, that's hard for me to hold back. I said, Splat, you're killing me, dude. And yeah, shortly after that, he pulled his car.
Yeah.
He was killing me. I mean, he was going to write me out of the race. You can see him down here, him and Dave.
Yeah.
They was going to kill me.
I don't remember him pulling the car.
He did. He went right to the inside.
Oh, and parked it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that now. That was that race. Okay. All right. Well, hey man, I've been there. It's like your car sucks and then you just follow the car and you suck and it gets worse and it is what it is.
Yeah, you try to keep up because you don't want to be in the way, but then you eventually become in the way. But them top two cars, boy, I think they was running, oh boy, damn near probably half a second faster than I was.
4458 was Mike's fast lap. So they went back and forth a little bit. He started first, fell down to second, went back up to first. So they had a little bit of battle.
Them two was good. I love you.
Yeah,
them two was battling pretty good. But they, like I said, both them two top cars right there, you wasn't going to catch. They were both a half second faster than me.
Yeah.
At any given time.
Let's finish this last race and I'll find that race and I'll put it up and we'll look at it quick. Box Sprint A main, Paul. Did you win this?
Oh, I think you already know the answer to that, especially after you sent me that text message after this race when you watched it. It was a calamity of errors by back marker cars that took me out of this race.
Yeah, it's hey man, you can't be good all the time. You can't, as Paul says, piss excellence all the time.
No, they let a guy that's got a brand new car come in and kick their ass.
Let's see what Todd was running. 4.8.
Brand new car.
Well, that's probably why it ran so well. Plus, he's a good driver. Wow, he had a 10-second. What happened? He had a 10-second.
He wrecked toward the end. He was.
Oh my God.
He was all excited. He was next to me on the driver's stand, and I heard him go, "Oh man, I'm doing really good." And then all of a sudden, he wrecked, and he goes, "Oh, that's what I get for saying something."
Oh man, he jinxed himself.
Yeah, because
let's see.
Was Ben second or third?
He had a hell of a lead then because Ben was 2 seconds behind him. So he had over almost a 13-second lead on him.
Yep, and Corey was third, if I remember right.
Yeah.
That was he was happy. He said that was his first podium trophy at a trophy race.
Who's that?
Corey
Johnston. Yeah, and it's his first year too. So I mean, that's a big deal. All right, let's get out of here. We burned through those pretty quick. Let's find share. All right, so you were toward the end there. Their sprint.
Yeah, it was towards the end. Way towards the end.
She says, right now there's that same lack of people and even boys.
Which race you doing? The street stocks?
Yeah, this should be it right here. So I'm going to do this, and do this. I'm going to share the whole thing so you guys can maybe see it better.
Yeah.
So
restrictions that we have already, whether that was in person or stuff like that. Where
Scott, you started third.
now it's more of a financial barrier. People are paying exactly. So these owners also talk about the way.
Did you didn't run third the entire race, did you?
I thought I did.
Well,
I never got no closer.
who did you just right there?
I
Oh,
didn't.
somebody
Nobody.
him. They went through the infield on that corner.
Go
Man,
back
Scott.
and see.
Scott lost third and he takes the guy out immediately before he can get to the finish line. Oh, man.
Look at him battling back there.
Scott, you're
Listen.
dirty.
I let them guys, them two white cars, I let go around me. Them two. That car there, he goes around me too a lot.
From the minute I walked into that track, I said, "This is the Thunderdome. 6 cars enter, 1 car leaves."
I mean, my car was running really good, but you can see how fast that white and that red car is.
Yeah.
Oh, that white car was super fast. That was that younger guy, if I remember right. And his car was real quiet.
Yeah.
Was
Ashton.
it a Tesla?
No, it was a Losi. I got into somebody there. Not my fault, but
Look at that.
you know,
Look at how you sneak out of all of this. It's impressive.
that's driver.
Well, let's not.
A lot of that's driver.
Oh, come on.
And them two top guys, them two top drivers are good drivers also.
Yeah.
See, I pushed Norte right out of the way. I think that's Dave behind me. Dave Wiley and Norte get into it. Yeah, I was running a good line. I mean, I got loose every once in a while, got offline, but I ran a good.
Well, hell, you just cut an acre off the corner there. They should.
I got now coming up here. I got the leader and the second place car. I'm trying to go up, and I got one guy that's going to go on me the outside. I got one guy that's going to come on the inside of me. Because they're battling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get out of the way, but I end up getting in their way. You'll see it. 50 laps is a long race.
Yeah, that was something, I'm new at this. That race with those laps was, how do I want to describe it? Educational. And I like I said, I didn't know where I was at on the track because the race was so long. It's different.
I ran 55% throttle. I probably could have ran a little more throttle, but I felt really good where it was. I'm really good at seeing all that because I'm standing at the end, I'm telling you.
Is that your legs?
I'm just telling you that I can, my peripheral at that end versus the side is, I'm going to hit you on the side because I can't see you because it's just the way it is. See, I took them both out right there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Well, one was trying to come on the inside, one was trying to come on the outside. I'm like, well, something's going to give here, and it's not me. I kept going, you see that. But I let them guys around me really clean every time. But it helps when they're good drivers, too.
I mean, I would do this every weekend if I had a track by the house.
The building security system.
Oh, missed that one again. And there's
Like
James.
right there, look at that. You get
Why
hit
did James
sideways.
do that to me?
You
James
got
did
hit.
that to me.
Yeah, but
It's one of them guys. Hey, James is really, really, really fast. It's one of them guys that'll give it all she's got in a straightaway and can't slow it down.
But watch
enough
when
to
you
make the turn.
Watch when you get hit. You get hit again, and it straightens you right up. Watch this. Boom. There you go.
Is
Like,
that
man? How
Will? Is
many
that
times you
Dave?
guys gonna? I know I said it 4 or 5 times. How many times you guys gonna kill me?
Yeah,
I'm just minding my own business, making laps, and you guys are killing me.
that looks like fun.
I had a blast. I can't lie. I did. I had a good time.
Yeah,
I really wish, I wish you could have been there because what a fun time it was.
yeah.
Made burgers on Friday night, sausages. We made 20. I bet we made probably 30 sausages Saturday.
You know what we need to do next year is we need to do a hog roast right at the track. Cook it overnight.
Well,
Let's dig it. Let's ask Steve if we can dig it in the ground and bury it.
Oh, yeah.
You ever
Put it right.
been to a hog?
Put it right in the middle of the oval. Right in
Heck
the middle of the
yes.
infield.
I love dirt with my meat. Oh, uh-oh. Share, screen, window, entire, boom, boom. Here we go, Paul.
Oh God, don't make me relive it.
Is that one of the races that Donnie's in?
Yeah, this is
He did terrible. He did terrible.
He's in here.
He did terrible.
I think I got taken out by John, maybe Forrest. I can't keep track. It was like 3 or 4 different people that.
Forrest didn't hang out with us this weekend.
Yeah.
No?
He stayed in his truck.
He's probably mad that I stole a hot dog. He was probably keeping his food away from you guys. I'll hit him back when we're at the track next summer. I'll grab some like blueberry brats out at Pettisville Meats or something and bring them. Good stuff, baby. Let's see.
So what's trending on social media? Here's Caitlin Kirby.
Man, that looks like a lot of cars. 2, 4, 6, 7 cars.
Yeah, for some reason they decided to let all 7 of us run, but all the other classes I think only had 6 in the mains. We would have been fine with 6.
It's borderline. I mean,
Yeah, how do you run a B main?
Well, you don't. You just say, "Hey, the top 6 guys are in."
there's a good start. Huh. This board in the middle that's crooked is bothering me. Someone needs to straighten that up.
Yeah, it was like that the whole race.
My OCD. I just want to straighten it. All right, you're in third, Paul.
Yes, sir.
And who's behind you, Donnie or Ben?
I
I think it's Ben.
No, it might have been Corey. Corey Johnston's got an all black car like Donnie's with the number 24 on the wing.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're definitely not on rails.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, I was just trying to run some laps, get used to it a little bit. Try to avoid people.
I think we're really spoiled at Tarkar with how well that track is and how big it is, and it's forgiving because you can have a bad lap and still make it look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's one wreck. That was John. Ran into me.
John, who?
John Estep.
Oh, okay. Yep, the new guy, which, is expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie
Probably
was
not-
rough all race.
Probably not the greatest race to come to if it's the last race in a point series and you've never ran the car before.
Oh, is this the car? This is the first time he's run the car?
I think he just bought the car this week.
Oh man, yeah, it's tough. Especially if he can't run it the night before. Man, if you could get a bunch of laps in the night before, that'd make a big difference.
Big difference.
So Todd's in
Yeah,
first, Ben's in second, 50, Corey too, all 50 lap pace.
There we go. That was either Donnie or Corey.
You're all 50 lap pace still, which I don't know how that's possible.
Oh, there we go again.
You look good. You look good on your side, Paul.
That was two wrecks within 2 laps.
So you should throw a fit like I did.
I
Like
almost
I did
parked it. I almost parked it, but I didn't. I came close. At one point I think I got a little loose and I ended up by that, the wooden interior piece, and I had to kind of like maneuver around a little bit to get it back out on the track. And I thought, maybe I ought to just park it. And I thought, no, there's too many points on the line. I got to get points.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that, and when we're done here, we'll talk about points. Me parking the car at finish line, kids, cost me points, which I'm an idiot, but I really wasn't racing for points this year. But next year I might give it a go, and at least I'm definitely going to run hard in the street stock. And then when I finish this modified, Paul, I should have you over to help me finish the basement so we can work on the cars in the basement this winter. This modified, Scott, that I've got, I want to run that hard, and then I don't know what I'm doing after that. I think maybe the Slash is getting turned into a late model, and I might just stick with those 3 cars, and I might sell the Sprint, believe it or not. I can't justify keeping stuff I'm not running.
Right.
And if someone wants to run it, they can. I will tell you my next Sprint will be a mod Sprint. I mean, I've looked at the Outlaws. I've always had kind of a thing since I started looking into stuff for those GFRPs. And some of the other guys, it sounds like, are running GFRPs. So parts availability at the track, obviously, that'd be the smart way to go.
I think that Chris Keller guy has a ton of GFRP stuff in his trailer.
Okay.
For sale.
I think that's a definite. I mean, so if I find the right one for sale next year, maybe I'll get a mod Sprint and have 4 cars and just focus on 2 cars for points and rotate the other 2. Maybe while I'm figuring, I won't run the mod Sprint for points. I'll just figure out how to drive it next year.
There you go. I'll be back in a second.
Thanks for the warning.
Consider yourself lucky.
Let's see here. So I can stop this. You can't hear the audio on the videos, can you, Scott?
No.
Can't figure that out, man. There's something holding the audio out. Kind of strange.
But that was a good time. Even though I'm not a fan of the indoors, it's coming along. It helps when you get a win.
Yeah.
I've been there, and I've never did better than last place. And I'm a better driver than that. But that is a different track than we're used to in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big eye-opener for me when we went up to the outdoor track. I mean, I was throwing my car in the turns like I was at Tar Car, and my car was fast, but I really needed to turn the throttle down a little bit, and I probably would have eliminated 50% of my wreck / spinouts.
Like I said, I only ran 55% throttle. I ran a lot of brake because their brake don't really hurt you a whole lot because it doesn't spin you around like our track. And you
Okay.
need a lot I use my brake there a lot. I use not brake, but when you let off, you get your brake. I use that a lot, and I probably could have ran a little faster, but I don't think there's nothing I could have done to keep up with them 2 cars.
Yeah.
It made myself feel comfortable. I knew I had the car faster than anybody else besides them too, so I knew in my mind I just needed to drive my car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other thing, when Paul gets back, I guess I'm talking about selling my Sprint, but I guess I probably need to rethink that because we're going to pull the wings off this Sprint.
Yep.
And let me see if I can find it.
Turn them clothes off in laundry.
Going on here. Let me share this. Paul, we'll talk about the request from the Black Swamp track from Dave Brock. They want us to remove, what they call that, the bumper that sticks up, Paul.
It's in the text there, I believe.
Oh, let's see.
I think they just said shave down it's just the little part that comes straight up on like the rear bumper. And they wanted the wings taken off, and they wanted the shocks spun around so that the bleeder is on the inside, not the outside.
That's why she chooses green.
Yeah, they called that something. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, the back bumper that sticks up, they want shaved down. The bleeder screws for the shocks, they want inside, like you said. On off-road, I always turn mine in anyways because I tended to be upside down and wrecking my car. So I was protecting my bleeder screws more than anything. And then the wing removal. So tires, I did read the text. We're running stock tires. according to Dave. Where is that? Right here. Shane Rummer. That's who I bought my modified from, is Shane.
Yeah.
He asked what tires, and Dave answered stock tires. When I saw these tires, that's the first thing I thought when I saw this picture. I'm like, gosh dang it, I got to get different tires. So, stock tires, I love that answer. Just keep it cheap. Everybody's on the same playing field. Now, you can get savvy and hang on to old tires. That's what I did for off-road when I went up to Novi this year. That's an oiled down track, and you are looking for any old set of tires to get loose because it's got too much grip. So that's what they're doing here, it looks like. So yeah, that should be fun. I don't know. Scott, you'll have to come check it out. They're going to run these wingless, the Losies, over at Black Swamp. You can come, Scott, you can come with us when we're racing, and I'll give you the gimbal, and you can be a correspondent with Beyond the RC Grid, and you can go around and see how people are doing and what they're racing, and you can take stock film, stock video for the show.
Roger that.
I'm not
We'll
paying
check it
you.
out. We'll check it out sometime. Are you gonna pay me, T? Say
Reese's maybe if I don't eat.
yeah, I'm in cash.
You better back up the Brinks truck. I haven't been paid for this yet.
That's why RGB's not here. He's holding out.
He's probably on strike.
Here, watch this. He'll never do it, but I'm gonna send him this invite real quick and see if he'll jump on.
Why won't he?
He's not spontaneous like we are.
He's probably like right in the middle of an Uber run up to like the Detroit airport or Adrian, Michigan.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm gonna tell him we want a wellness check on him.
Are holding a fundraiser this Sunday at the park. A Rams cheer.
He won't do it, but we'll see.
No, Mike?
I don't see him. I'm not gonna press him. Let him get to know us some more. If I was up there this weekend, I think what will work the best is once he gets to know me, if I can just interview him at the track before the race. Just, I just want to put their local guys on this show when we're at that track because it'll translate better. It'll show more interest for the other people that race up there. And we don't know anything about what they're doing up there. So it's just better if we could get one of them guys on this show. And we'll just keep asking. I mean, there's got to be somebody up there that's not so booked or so tied up that they can't get on here for 10 minutes. 10 minutes might require a half hour of their time, though, with setup and figuring it all out. So.
Want to cross the bridge. Lost control of the motorcycle.
Points, Paul. Let's talk about points real quick. Let's go back to points. Scott, I threw an idea out to Paul. We were talking about points. One of the things I want to do with the show, with the podcast and Beyond the RC Grid's Facebook page, is I want to use that as a tool to keep track of points. Steve puts points up on Tarcar and we all go look at it. The Tri-State Series has their own thing. I wouldn't mind displaying results and points. I just have to figure out how to coordinate all that. But Paul, if you want to touch base on this a little bit, it sounds like Paul's got a grievance. And he described it to me a little bit, and it sounds legitimate. And
it does.
I'm just curious how they'll sort through it. So, Paul, take it from here.
So it appears they do the points up there very similar to how Steve does the points at Tarkar for the Oval Series that we all raced in this summer. You get like, I think he said if you win the race and you get the TQ, you get 100 points, I think. And then he said like second place is like maybe 98 or 97 points. And then third place might be a couple of points. Maybe it's 96 or 95 points. But long story short, you're getting a lot of points if you're making the podium at the races. We didn't have any way to view the points. The internet was very sketchy in there. It didn't work. You had to kind of go outside to get your phone to work. Everybody was tired. He kind of just announced the points to everyone and said, this is who got first. This is who got second. We didn't really see any points. I think someone asked if he was going to post the points on the Tri-State Series. I ended up, according to Dwayne, in third place for the Traxxas / modified. However, they drop your lowest score, which for me was Sandpit, because that was the one racetrack I didn't go to. So I had 2 third places and a second place for the races that I went to. Somehow, some way, the person that he had in second place never was on the podium for any race. So I think there's been some sort of a mathematical error made. I did reach out to
Who's
Dwayne.
that?
What's that?
Who ended up second?
Corey. Corey ended up second in the Traxxas / modifieds. So, but if you sit and look at the finishes, there's no way if one guy made the podium at every race he went to and the other guy didn't make the podium at all, there's no way that the other guy that didn't make the podium could be ahead of the guy that made the podium every race he went to.
And even if you use a drop for yours and a drop for his lowest.
Right, his lowest was probably, he didn't make the A main at one of the races, so that would be, I assume, the race you'd want to drop. And then I think he had maybe a 7th place finish and a 5th place finish. And so I don't know. We're still waiting to hear back from Dwayne. I did message him Sunday and I did message him again yesterday and never really got a response. I kind of hope if they decide to do this next year, they start to release the points after every event. Unless I missed it, there were no points released until after the race at Finish Line, which was the third race in the series.
Stand by. I'm going to let Mike in.
Oh.
Let's see what's happening. I see. Let's see. Can you hear us, Mike?
Yeah, I gotta turn you guys down.
It's probably my mic. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, that's better.
Needless to say, you're a pretty loud guy.
Yeah. So I don't see a picture.
Oh,
there we go.
There he is. What's going on, Mike?
Good evening.
What's happening?
Oh, just glad this is working for them.
Yeah.
Been technical difficulties are kind of my thing, but you know.
Please go back and watch our first show. It takes the cake of technical difficulties.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's just every one you learn from, you know.
Yeah. We treated our first episode kind of like we treat racing. Just throw the car down and figure it out.
Right. Okay.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. We just wanted to touch base with you and talk to you about Dirt Devil and all the work that you do for the track and get to know you a little bit and ask stupid questions like how long have you been racing and stuff like that.
All right.
So how long have you been you're basically the race director, is that right?
Yeah, and after I'd say it was probably like 4 to 5 years ago, once we got the internet going in, that's kind of when I started branching out into YouTube and trying to push things that way. But I don't have much of a racing history. I started racing in 2015, only 10 years ago, and only did it for about 5 seasons. But most of my talents were in professional sports. I've done hockey at the collegiate and pro levels, and a bunch of other things too. So that's kind of where I'm more into that. I get car questions all the time in the group, and it's you got to ask them. I'm not a driver, so
Really? Yeah, I'm impressed with your announcing.
Thank you.
And when I went to the outdoor race, I made the comment on our show that you talked the entire time and gave really good updates of who was where. And I even said, I don't know how he talked that long. It was such a long day.
Oh yeah,
But,
well, most of the times I feel it afterwards, but all of that has just been like racer input. A lot of the guys who come up after a show, it's like, well, how about tell us this, tell us that, and it just kind of evolved from there.
Yeah. And the other thing I loved about you announcing there was where your stand was. It's so like personable. It just what do they call that when you're looking at houses from the street? Curb appeal. It had curb appeal.
Oh yeah, it's a nice little setting back in the woods, plenty of shade even on the hot days, and yeah, it's a nice little track. It's since we did the first Devil's Night, everything's come a long way, and hopefully it keeps going for years to come.
Yeah, man. I think next year I want to try and spend the night for that.
Oh, okay.
Hang out with the guys and just have a good time.
Chicken. You won't spend a night in the woods. You're scared.
I will. I don't know if we can get Paul to
I
go
have a
with
good
us.
time every time I go up there.
Yeah, it was a good time. So, Mike, tell us what you got going on at the indoor track this year. Like, what do you guys do for the winter? Do you have any, I don't know, a winter series?
Yeah, we run a completely separate point series from the summer season. So there's an indoor champions and outdoor champions, and that all kicks off in the very first race on November 1st, and I think it's also on the 22nd, and then got a trophy race coming up at Dirt Devil on the 8th. The King of the Bull Ring coming up. We'll have more on that coming out on Facebook, and then also in November there's a big thing with Brickhouse RC Raceway. We're gonna have a race down there on November 29th, and hopefully a bunch of our Dirt Devil guys show up. Hopefully a bunch of their guys too. Make it a big event, and then the end of February we'll do it all over again at Dirt Devil. So pretty good month to kick off the season, and lots of stuff throughout the entire thing as well.
Yeah, cool. Very nice. Do your drivers, are there people that race in the winter that don't race in the summer?
You do see a lot of crossover. I mean, there's a couple guys that race big cars, like at Galesburg Speedway, other places around here, but I have seen there are some people that they can only make it in the winter, or perhaps they like the smaller track over the bigger track, or the other way around. But yeah, there are people that we only see in the summer or the winter, and then we do have diehards that whatever we're doing, they're doing too. So yeah, I have noticed that in the names that come up.
Excellent. Yeah. I like the small track. I mean, we have a big track at Tar and we're spoiled, and it forces, I'm pretty new at oval. It forces you just can't, you're out of your realm. You have to learn how to race. Period. You have to learn throttle control. You have to, everything you're doing around that smaller track is a little different. So it really requires you to be more attentive. And even though I didn't do well up there, I loved it. I had a blast. So I like that about those tracks for sure. Scott, you feel the same way?
I love that track.
Yeah. Paul,
I place every time I go there. Although I did not this year, but I had a blast, and it's just sometimes you win, sometimes you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
But I had a blast either way. I love hanging out with the guys from Dirt Devils. This is my second year. And I love hanging out with the guys from Dirt Devils. They make me feel at home. Man, I love it.
Yeah, it was cool. Definitely cool. Paul, you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the whole Tri-State series a lot more than I thought I was gonna. Just because it was a different, each track to me seemed like it was a little different, you know, from car to finish line, and then running the Devil's Night on the outdoor track, and then now running the last race on the indoor track. So, you know, that was 3 different tracks that I got to run. So it was nice.
Gotcha. So, Mike, you have an announcing background, and I like your YouTube videos. I like the live RC counter on the top and all that. I'm curious. It's a long story. Paul and I and another friend, and then there was a fourth guy that we jokingly said, let's start a podcast. It was the fourth guy that's not even on the podcast wanted to start a podcast. So we were friends just goofing around, and it takes a lot of time. I'm curious, how much time are you spending during the week on all of your PR stuff, I guess you would call it? You know, YouTube and Facebook and
Oh, right. Yeah. Sunday mornings, that's the big time. I do a lot of the editing, and I try to, think of things that I want to like push throughout the week and just try to get it all done there. But a lot of times, I'll just think of something and go post it during the week or whatever. But quite typically, 3 to 5 hours, after, the day after race day, I go through all the stills and then try to figure out, okay, what races do I want to highlight, and just kind of just take it from there.
yeah. Well, we sort of want to just have fun doing this and promote what we're doing and have guys like you on and let people see what's in the area, meet other people, whatever we can do to let people, see tracks. I mean, I kind of want to visit a new track every year. That's sort of one of the things I want to do. You guys will go up to every year, since you're so relatively close. But yeah, I'm having a blast. You must like the announcing end of it since you put so much time. I mean, what do you spend 10, 12 hours there on a Saturday?
Yeah. Typically, I get there 2 hours whenever he say, track opens at 10. I'm there a couple hours before that just to make sure everything's set up and running, and then, try to weed out, this problem, that problem, because that'll happen every once in a while. And then, that's just something I like to do before people get there. You don't want to have a bunch of technical problems when you got a room full of people. It just kind of compounds it. But yeah, 12 to 15 hour days on race day is pretty typical.
Yeah, man, that's a long day. Well, I appreciate all of that, track owners, you guys, all the people that are putting time in. I loved the way you control the start of the races. I don't know where you learned that or if that was a Dwayne thing. That's one of our biggest complaints at Tarcar is a lot of people get wrecked on the start of the race, and you hardly ever will see a restart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just something that
So
the drivers have been wanting, and I watch other people work. I watch a lot of the Chili Bowl races and how those races are controlled. So you just kind of learn as you go, take the input, and yeah, it seems to work out. We do put a limit on it. It's 3 starts, the third one. If two wreck, everybody wrecks, whatever. That's it. Because we can't be there all day. I try to make it as get a fair start for everybody if we can, and just let the drivers take care of the rest.
yeah, I thought it was great. I don't know, Scott, Paul, is there
Yes.
anything you want to ask Mike?
Not really. I mean, I've met him before. I've talked to him. I mean, I enjoy the facility. I enjoy what he does. I mean, he's a very good race director. He lets you know where you're at all the time.
Yep.
That's one of my. I love to know where you're at on a track that small. You lose control of where you're at.
Yeah.
You know how when you're getting lapped. Them guys were just extremely fast, but it's nice to know where you're at, and he lets you know. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
that
everybody appreciates him for sure.
Mike, that was a big thing for me because I was telling these guys earlier when I went up a couple weeks ago, that was the first time I've ever run 50 laps. And after the race, I was 5 laps down and I'm like, there's no way, and through the race, you were giving positions. So I knew where I was at the whole race. I watched the video. I was 5 laps down. It was right. But it was nice to know where I was at because I had no comprehension. The length in the laps were so fast. The length of the laps, the totality of it is what I'm trying to say. It was such a new thing, but it was nice to know that I was in last.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's got to be somebody, and it was, just one of them days that we've all had as a driver.
Yeah. You can't give up.
No, never ever give up.
I went up last year.
I've seen plenty of examples of people, a lap down, third or fourth, and you just stuff happens in front of you, and you get make up that time, and it could be late in the race, but yeah, never give up because literally anything can happen on track. And I've won races where I'd just, I'd be third sitting behind the two, and I can see where they're going to fight it out, and I'll just sit back there and they make a mistake and go on to a win. It's just anything can happen in a race. That's what I love about racing is literally anything can happen with these little cars in that little space, and it's a great time sitting there. They keep wanting me to drive again. I have more fun calling it than it's probably more stress as a driver throughout the day. My stress is at the beginning and just goes down as the day goes on. But yeah, I love being in that chair. So and just tons of
That's
fun.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I've never given up. That's a lie. I'm like the kid that sticks his finger in the light socket and then goes back and does it again a couple times.
So
yeah, I'm a dummy. It's been a process for me to I get very frustrated when I get wrecked and then I get wrecked again and then I'll park the car. And I don't know if you saw the episode with when we raced at finish line, and oh boy, it was ugly. I pulled the car, they put it in the center, my throttle was turned up on my remote. The car rolled out onto the track when I was pouting. So yeah, you're right. It's been a process. I just have to consciously say when I get in a wreck, just keep going. And there was a race, Paul and Scott, I forget which one it was. I almost parked the car and I fought through it, and it was like a victory for me. So
I've never done that. I've never done that. I've pulled my car when it's been bad and got out of the way, but I've never left the race because I was mad.
Yeah.
I've been mad. I've been mad for sure.
I've heard that.
Stop it. Stop it. He was out of line.
Paul, is there anything you want to talk to Mike about?
Oh, we talked a little bit on race day. Shout out to, I don't know if it's your wife, girlfriend, your significant other, I believe, was taking photos for everybody. So it's always nice to get some pictures of your cars on the track. And he did a good job announcing and keeping the race moving, you know. And I do agree. I like the couple of chances to try to get a clean start in for the race. It seems to make, in my opinion, some better racing. So, yeah, overall, it was a very nice time up there for both the races that I attended.
Yep. Nice. Mike, you got any questions for us?
He said, no, you had me on.
I really can't think of anything. No, I just, it's great to see new faces at the track along with all the old faces. So I thank you guys for coming out and checking us out, and hopefully a few more new people get in the mix throughout the winter season as well. Or it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I don't want to keep you. I do want you to have an open invitation to, if you want to, even just you and I doing a 5-minute thing, if you want to promote a race coming up, you and I can do it together on the phone and I can edit it into a show. That's up to you. But open invitation to come on whenever you want and promote what you're doing.
Cool. Yeah. That might be fun. So, yeah, we'll figure that out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Glad we could finally make it happen. It's been, been kind of rough. They let me in last week before the tri-state race. A couple of days, we were sick and just stayed and laid down all day. So it was kind of actually iffy as if I was even gonna be able to do that one, but glad we got that done, and we're moving on forward to indoor racing.
Yep. Excellent. Well, we're glad to have you. So I do again appreciate it, and thanks for work. I was patient. Life happens. I wasn't too worried about. I forget what that emergency was the first time, but we figured it out. It worked out. So.
Oh, it does.
Yep. All right, Mike. Well, thanks for coming on, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out and racing. Hopefully we see you guys again soon. And anybody that's watching this that hasn't been to Dirt Devil, come check us out.
A few of them.
Will do. All right, Mike,
have a great evening, guys. Thank you.
You too.
All right, fellas.
Excellent. Got it in.
That was good. Yeah, finally.
Got it in. So he's got an announcing background, which makes a lot of sense to why it was so well announced.
Yeah. Hockey.
Yep. So cool. Very cool.
I feel like there's a lot of translation on both of those tracks being small little bull rings to hockey and RC car racing. There was a lot of cars crashing into the boards.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Well, Paul, do you have a question for Scott and I?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think I already know what the answer is for Scott, but it's once again time on Beyond the RC Grid to find out, Scott, there's got to be something going on in your life that is not related to RC car racing, whether you're going somewhere this weekend, maybe another hobby that you have.
I think I'm going to Bowling Green, check some racing out.
All right. You're going to go down to Black Swamp, check out the oval race Saturday?
Stop down there. I like to go down there and see the guys.
Maybe I'll be there.
I just don't really enjoy that kind of racing. That's all.
Yeah, I might stop down. We'll see. I'm on call, so it just depends
That's
upon
all.
how the
I
day.
just wanted to know it. It's
Scott,
flat.
that's a nice side eye you got there.
Whatever.
This is television, not radio.
Hey, you're all right. We're all right. All right.
Oh.
Well, I'm out of here. You guys
Oh,
have
you
a good
quit-
one.
You
It's
quit.
been
You
good.
don't.
I like it. I like being on.
You don't want to hear what I'm doing beyond the RC grid?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Sleeping. I've been on
Sleeping.
call all week.
I don't do that
Listen.
on the weekend.
My Monday morning started off rough. I got a text message from somebody at Toledo Hospital at 4 a.m. and it was an unnecessary text. And my response was, I'm sleeping.
I don't get
So
that.
my sleep has been jacked up ever since, and I'm not happy about it. As Paul can attest to, I get cranky.
Well, I don't work that hard no more.
Well, it's just that I'm fat and old, man. I need my sleep. It's not about working hard. It's just my sleep disruption, the older I get, is I need sleep. So
All
that or I
right.
need to start drinking.
No, you don't need to
Maybe
start
both.
drinking. So I thought we were gonna figure out a weekend but that's getting too far in the year. All right, let's go racing here next month at back up there.
You want to go back up there?
Sure.
I'm on call November 7th through the whatever date that is. What is it? 14th, Paul? 13th?
I'll look. We'll keep an eye on their Facebook and see when the races are. But I obviously
Okay.
want to go to trophy race. They really pack them in there. You know, you almost got to be able to pit outside.
Well, I take the trailer.
Yeah. All right.
So
You guys have a good one.
yeah, tell
Thanks,
Colton to
Scott.
save me some Reese's.
Yeah, he's at home.
All right.
See you,
See you,
Paul.
Scott.
See you
See
guys.
you, Scott.
Later.
Yeah.
Paul, anything beyond
Oh.
the RC grid?
No. I am on call starting Friday. As you well know, I usually don't plan anything. Maybe I'll go down to BG Saturday and just see who's down there racing. I think it's a big oval race. I believe it's Saturday. So other than that,
I think I'll take the sprint. If it's
You
oval,
should.
I think I'm gonna take the wing off and do what I got to do and go down and I'll
you should take
that.
the sprint. You should take the NASCAR.
Take
You
the
got two
NASCAR.
cars to go on?
I'll take the truck and mess with it while I'm there. And
Yeah, during practice.
yeah. So is it Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know. I'll have to look. Who knows? Maybe it's Sunday. I just know it's this weekend.
Well, let's look right now. Watch this. Boom. Boom. Let's see here. What's going on? Let's do that. Schedules, Black Swamp, share. Where are we at? Oval, 10:25. Let me pull my phone up. Oh my gosh, did you hear that?
Heard something.
Yeah, I dropped my phone. Thank God it's an iPhone. It survived. Let me grab my other phone. I can't find my calendar. Here's my
Pretty sure it's
calendar.
Saturday because I think the
Saturday.
18th was the
Yeah,
race. that
it's
does double.
Saturday. Today's the 22nd. I guess I could have did it that way. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that schedule. So club race, oval race number 1, 10:25. You know, you could bring your car, Paul, and if you get called, I mean, I'll watch your stuff, and I mean,
We
it's
could
up
pull
to
a
you.
Dwayne. We could pull a Dwayne. You could run my car for me. No one would know. Nobody's
Well,
gonna know.
they'd
gonna-
know when I win. All right. Yeah, think about it, man.
They're used to those cars in Victory Lane. They probably would not know.
Well, when I'm on the podium, they might.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, man, think about it. Let's figure it out,
All right.
and we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good. We will catch you later.
All right, man. See ya. Bye.